everyone. We're coming live from SciPy 2025. I'm so excited to be joined here with Wolf, and we're going to be celebrating a partnership of sorts today. Partnership, definitely. So let's jump into introductions, and then we'll talk a little bit more about our partnership. Wolf, you want to start?
For sure. I'm Wolf, creative member and CEO of Prefix.
Awesome. My name is Dawn Wages. I am the Director of Developer Advocacy and Community at Anaconda. And we have some really big news. Do you want to dive in? What's the news?
We are partnering with Anaconda to improve rattler-build and integrate it into conda-build.
And we've been longtime partners in the community. Wolf has been on the conda-forge governance
and the conda governance.
And conda governance for a long time, and been contributing to the community and to conda infrastructure for a while. And Anaconda's really excited about the next opportunities and what's coming in the next year for rattler-build, for conda-build. I think we're going to be seeing a little bit more Rust in our toolchain.
I think so.
And hopefully we're going to get faster. Some things I'm really excited about is native lock files. We also have sharding support, repo shard support. I'm not familiar, and for our audience who may not be familiar with the technical implementations of these two and why and how they make things faster, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. So we've been working pretty diligently on improving the conda ecosystem, and one of the main pain points has always been that repo data keeps growing, and it's at 100 megabytes or something like this for conda-forge these days. And so what we've done is we cut it up into many tiny pieces, and then you have to recursively download the repo data per package, which is a lot faster, and that's called repo data sharding.
Mm-hmm.
And that is part of all of our open source work, and we already published that in the Rattler crates. So Rattler is the low-level library.
Yep.
That rattler-build uses other tools that we've been built also use.
And I've been a visitor on some of the recurring calls, and I was really excited to know that we are integrating SIG store support. And there was a recent SEP, conda enhancement proposal for SIG store support. You were excited about that as well. Could you tell me a little bit more about
sure. For us, it's really important to improve the security of the conda-forge ecosystem and the conda ecosystem, and make sure that we have the modern tool chains available for our use, and SIG store is part of that. It has become the standard on how you sign packages, and we have worked and paid Trail of Bits, which is a company that is an expert in SIG store and related technologies, and they have helped us to write the conda enhancement proposal to bring SIG store to the conda community.
That's exciting, and a shout out from another partner in the community that I wasn't expecting. So that's great. And I'm a user but not an expert on Pixi. Can you tell me more about why in the last maybe 4 or 5 years? How long has Pixi been around that you brought to the community, and what gap do you feel in the conda ecosystem that Pixi's been able to bring?
So Pixi cannot be around longer than 2.5 years, which
there we
is
go.
but it's been around maybe 2 years now, ish. And yeah, I mean, it has a lot of features. First is speed improvements, like we just mentioned with shards and stuff like that. And also faster solver. We re-implemented everything in Rust. It has native log files, and it has also a native task system, which makes it very easy to have a super smooth cross-platform workflow, essentially. Everything is based on conda packages, but we're also integrating with UV for the PyPI package on top of the conda package. So that's sort of the basic rundown, but you should really check out our talk at SciPy. And there was also a great tutorial at SciPy to learn more about Pixi.
Yeah, and we're at SciPy, so there's definitely a Python story, but Conda or Anaconda runtime is technically a polyglot runtime. You can run any language on it. And I know that there is a push and an excitement to grow the support in different languages. We're talking about the Packaging Academy. That's early days, but I'd love to, what do you see as next in the polyglot experience on our distribution?
So one of the other things that I didn't mention just before for Pixi is the feature that we're working the hardest on, which is called prefix.dev. And the idea of prefix.dev is that we really give you the whole project workflow, where you start a project, you develop a little bit, and then you want to distribute it as a package. And with prefix.dev, we've also kind of integrated the concept of build backends into Pixi. And we already have a number of different build backends. For example, we have one for CMake, which is typically used with C++, C, CUDA, Fortran projects. So already a bunch of languages, and we support all of them natively on Windows, Mac, and Linux. As well as we have a Rust backend that you can use for your Rust projects that will just basically call out to cargo, build the thing, and then ship it as a conda package. And we have a Python backend, obviously. But it's also very easy, or it will be very easy, to create your own backends. So we are kind of looking to the community to help us to create backends for Meson, for Auto Tools, Golang, and many other languages out there that we all want to support in Pixi, and we want to make it really, really, really smooth to create a project and then have a single task that will start whatever you want to do with your project, and users or contributors don't have to think about anything. Packages will be installed on the fly, quickly, and things will run.
Yeah, that's so exciting. And I know that you're showing up in robotics events, and that's also the origin story.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for the next chapter. I'm excited to dive in and get better with Rust and some other languages, and the future of the Packaging Academy, and the partnership between Prefix and Anaconda.
Yeah, our next 2 conference appearances will actually be at CPPCon in Colorado, I believe, and ROSCON in Singapore, hopefully. We're still waiting for the results.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for giving me some time to chat today.
For sure.
We're friends on and off the camera, and I'm excited for more collaboration.
Likewise.
Thanks for joining. Bye, y'all.